Hi, everybody. It is Friday night live time, and we are going to be working with this particular set. Let's see here. Let me say hi to everyone. Ooh, I can't say hi, I don't think. Oh, I can wave to you. Ooh, I can't say hi, I don't think. There we go. Oh, I can wave to you. There we go. All right, there is definitely some feedback, so we gotta turn off my sound. There we go. How is everybody tonight? Hello, Sheila. So nice to have you tonight. Sheila's either taking a break from looking over her new catalog, because as a demonstrator, Sheila has hers early, although the rest of you should be getting yours within the next couple weeks. But she got hers, and so she's either taking a break from looking through that, or she's looking through that as I'm on. I'm not sure which is the case. But we are going to be using the art gallery and coordinating floral gallery dies tonight. And these are on the last chance list, and they are at a steal. The art gallery stamp set itself is at 60% off. So it's normally $22, and it is on sale for $8.80. And then the floral gallery dies, which if I show them to you, obviously they cut out the flowers, but they also have these nice little label pieces or dies. And then they have this just want to say die. And this set is also at 60% off. It's normally $34, and it's on sale for $13.60. So you could get the two of these for, let me do my math, $22.40. So that's almost like purchasing the stamp set and getting the dies for free. So that's a pretty amazing deal. I'm surprised this one has not sold out yet. I was going through the list, the last chance list, and a lot of things have sold out, and a lot of them are not coming as a surprise to me. But this is a surprise that it's not sold out yet. So I expect it to go before the end. But let's make a card tonight. What do you say? So I thought when this mini catalog first came out, this fancy flora paper that came out in it reminded me of the paper that originally came out with the art gallery suite when it debuted a couple years ago. And so I'm going to be using this tonight, and I picked out one of the patterns. I picked out this pattern, and it is Calypso Coral. Kind of looks like a little petal pink, although the back of the paper does not say that petal pink is one of the colors in here, but it's pretty close to it. And then there's some soft sea foam in there as well. But we're going to be just using Calypso Coral, and I will bring in another green, probably garden green, to go with this. So today in Sanford, in Wells, it has been absolutely gorgeous. And that is, it is not very April-like right now, nor was it yesterday, but it will be next week, and even starting tomorrow, I think. But today was gorgeous, and so I've got flowers on my brain. I don't grow them, I probably kill them, but I can admire them. So as you're popping in, I see there are a couple more popping in. Don't forget to say hi, tell us who's watching. And let's see, so art gallery. This is a two-step Stampin' Set, which really means, so there's two ways you can think of it. It's two-step in that you could take this flower, stamp it in one color, and put it on this stem, and that's another color. But really the two-step part of it, the traditional two-step, is that you have these two images right here, and we're going to overlay them on each other. And that just gives a little bit more depth to the image. Hold on just a second. I have to close my door because who knows what critters are going to try to get in here, whether four-legged or two-legged variety. So the door is closed now, and hopefully it'll be good while we're doing this. So I'm going to use Calypso Coral. And now this is a pretty dark color, and but I'm going to show you how you can use a two-step stamp set with just one color. So I could stamp one of these images, and the one that looks bolder on the cover is the one that should get the lighter ink in when you stamp it. So I could do this in, say, Petal Pink and then this overlay in Calypso Coral, but I'm going to do them both in Calypso Coral. So I need a piece of white cardstock, and I'm just going to grab that one. I didn't really prep it ahead of time because I sort of know what I'm doing, but you know, it's Friday night, and sometimes I was looking over the list. I'm like, oh, what can I demonstrate? I don't want to show you something that you can't get, because that just is frustrating people. So we're going to just do this one. I am going to, I think before I start, I'm not going to use just a regular piece here though. I want to add a little bit of interest to this rectangle. So I'm going to use my Scalloped Contours dies. Now, if you don't have a rectangle set of dies, you should get one. This one is not retiring. This one's going to carry over. What I like about it is it's got a lot of scallops, and it's got some edging, different edging. It does coordinate with a stamp set, but honestly, I really use these. Probably never use these, but I use the rectangles a lot. But the stitched rectangle dies are going out. They're on sale for 30% off, so that's a good deal. But you should always have a nice go-to set of dies that are rectangles. It's just a little bit more interesting than, you know, a clean-cut rectangle. So I'm going to go ahead and bring in my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. And plates 1, 2, and 3. And we're going to put this one in here. And remember, we're going to angle it so that this edge doesn't go all through at once. We want it just to eke through with this little point first, and that will make it easier on your machine. Here we go. Oh, by the way, Elaine and Tony, if you guys are watching, Shea Rogers has been opened for the season. We opened it today, so it'll be ready for you when you come down in May. So now I have this rectangle, and see how it's got this nice scalloped edge, and it's got some stitching in here. So that's, I love this particular one. Now we're going to bring in our stamps. And I'm going to start, and it doesn't matter which one you start with, but I usually start with the one that is the bolder image or the darker image on here. Like there's more surface area that's going to be stamped. I usually start with that one. And so I think that's going to go right about there. And then I'm going to put the stem kind of down here as well. But in order to stamp this and have it be lighter, what I need to do is stamp off. And what I mean by that, let me get something to stamp off on. I'm going to take my ink pad and I'm going to ink it up. And instead of stamping directly on here, because then it will be a full strength color, I'm going to stamp off, and then I'm going to stamp on my layer. And see how much lighter it is now? You probably can't tell how much lighter it is because I've just, it's hard to tell on this darker piece. So let me take a piece of paper here. Look, it kind of coordinates. See how much darker it is? And you're going to see that on this next one that I do as well. I need to clean my stamp because my block is the same size. I need that same block for my next step. And you'll notice my images, my photopolymer stamps are stained quite a bit because I used these with some pinks and some purples, and those colors stain a lot, but they do not affect the stamping quality at all. And so when I stamp this, I wanna line it up somewhat. Now this is a pretty forgiving kind of image. I'm gonna stamp at full strength though. Let's see how that goes. Right about there, I think. And so now you see you've got just some darker areas and some lighter areas. And so that is the two-step portion of it. And I'll clean this one off because my leaves and stem are also going to go on this block. So we'll get that one out here too. And I think we're going to put this in garden green because that's a really nice floral green. Make sure I get it all inked up. And there we go. Isn't that a pretty flower? And it did not take any work at all. There was no coloring. Now, don't get me wrong, I like coloring. I don't mind coloring at all, and sometimes I find it very relaxing. But then there are times when I don't want to color. I just want to get it done. You know what I mean? So that's when I pull out a stamp set like this one. So now let's go ahead and what do we want to do here? Let's see if we can bring in a coordinating piece of cardstock. So I'm gonna put this. Now I could just, for a very, very simple card, mount this just like this, maybe add a couple gems and call it a day. Or I could take that piece of coordinating paper that I said I was going to do, which I said I was going to do, and now I can't. I just had it. I just had it. Like literally, I thought I picked it up when I picked up the stamp set. Oh, here it is. Okay, I'm going to take this one, and I could make this the front of the card. In fact, I'm going to do that. Let's see how we like it. Again, I didn't do this ahead of time, so it's all about choices. So I'm going to cut this at 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, which is a card front size. I know I'm cutting off the camera a little bit. So here we have something that looks like this. It covers up the whole base of the cardstock. So then I can put this on, and you see how it just dresses up the background a little bit? Do I want a little bit more pop though? So I could get a little more pop if I cut this down, but I don't think I want to cut that down. I think what I want to do is I want to put a little layer on this. So this rectangle that we used to cut out, if I measure it, it's about 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. So if I added a 1/4 inch to that, so 3 1/2 by 4 3/4, then I have a layer that's just a little bit bigger, and I can put that on there. But I think that's still too big. So I'm going to cut that down a little bit more. So I'm going to cut it down to, instead of 4 3/4, I'm going to do 2/16 or 1/8 of an inch less than that. So it would be 4 5/8. by 3 3/8. So I'm just cutting off just a little bit, because I want this pop of color, but I don't want it to be too much. And I still don't know if I like that. I think I might just like that instead. But I'm playing around right now. What if I did something that looked like this? I should just adhere that. What if I did something that looked like this? Yeah. We're going to cut this down a little bit though, and I'm not even going to measure it. I'm just going to cut it down a little bit. And if we did this, and we just have a little bit of splash of color underneath, I think that's what we want to do. So let's go ahead and adhere this to the front. Ooh, I forgot I'm just about out of this glue, so hold on, let me get another one. I stocked up on this green glue because it's going up considerably in price beginning in May. So I have like 10 bottles here, because $1.50 a bottle jump in price is significant. Obviously it's not, this is not a Stampin' Up! Product, and it's a Tombow product. So I'm sure that they went up considerably on their prices. Stampin' Up's prices don't usually increase by that significant a margin. But we know everything's gone up like crazy, so I'm not even gonna fault Tombow. They've got to pay their people and pay for their supplies as well. All right, so let's just cut this to 4 1/4. So it fits across that front nicely. All right. And then we're going to mount this, and I'm going to mount this with some dimensionals. Just have that pop off the page a little bit more. All right, there we go. Now, we do need a layer inside, and I'm not really going to bother with that right now. I can do that at another time. I don't even know what's going to go on there. Now, we need to decide if we want a greeting in here. So in here, there are several greetings. Best wishes, happy birthday, good luck. I could die cut something and put it down here, but because I've got this strip already, I don't think I want to add another strip. So I think I'm just gonna put a greeting down there, and let's go with, let's see. I think happy birthday is a little too long. We could do best wishes. Let's see how my best wishes would look right here. Oh yeah, that's about the right size. Now, of course, I should have done this before I mounted it on dimensionals. We're gonna hope that this stamps well, because that was just a kind of a silly thing for me to do. You'd think I haven't been doing this for as long as I've been doing it. Sometimes I get lazy, and I just don't think. Ah! Well, it's photopolymer. Do I dare? Okay, I'm going to have to get over this. Let's see. I know it didn't line up right. Oh, not too bad, but it's not really great. So now I'm stuck. Now I have to put one of these guys over it. Fine. All right, is best wishes? Yeah, that one will fit. So we're gonna bring in a scrap of basic white. Oh, I hate it when that happens. I knew it. See? You get lazy and you pay the price. Fine. So we're gonna die cut this one. Make sure it doesn't move on me. I'm gonna just tack this down with a little bit of tape. See, there are no mistakes, just creative opportunities. It's not really true. Creative opportunities is just code for mistake. But generally what it means is no mistake is that big of a mistake that you can't do something about it. I gotta show you guys in just a second. I gotta show you one of my swaps. So I have, I'm participating in a swap with other demonstrators from around the country. I don't know, maybe around the world, I don't know. And with new catalog stuff. So I can't wait to show you one of my swaps. I haven't done my second swap yet, but I've got one of them done. And I love how it came out. So I'm going to give you a little sneak peek. I can't let you peek into the catalog, but I can let you take a peek at. There we go. So we're just going to cover that up a little bit. All right. Let's go ahead and put that on dimensionals too. Might as well. There, nobody's the wiser. Of course, we could bring in some gems. Now, these gems are from, these are iridescent pastel gems. And this happens to be Calypso Coral, so might as well use it. And this one right here, I don't know what color it is, but it's a nice look with this background here. So I think I'll use these. Let's go there, and we'll go here, and sure, nice little triangle there. We'll call that good. And so there is our card for tonight. Quick and easy. Again, the Art Gallery stamp set is 60% off while supplies last. It's $8.80, marked down from $22. And the Floral Gallery dies that coordinates is $13.60, which is 60% off the original price of $34. So, and this designer series paper is on its way out as well, but it is not discounted at all. It's $12 a pack, but it's beautiful paper. So let me show you my swap. So this is a new set called Circle Sayings, and it comes with a it's a bundle that comes with a 2 3/8 inch punch, which is what I used to punch out this black. And I had a 2-inch punch, which I think is in the online store, but it might currently be out. But obviously, if you have some circle dies, that would work as well. And I've colored this with some Stampin' Write marker, some blends. And this background is the ray of sunshine, or I think that rays of light. I forgot what it's called. It's over across the room. And so you know what? I've lost a gem on this one. Oh, I'm going to have to put one on it. This is supposed to be a gem up here. So, because remember, threes. So there's another rhinestone that's supposed to go right up here. But I just love these colors. So this color right here, this is a new yellow. It's called Lemon Lolly, and it is happy, happy yellow. And this blue is a new blue, and it's called Boho Blue. And some of you may recognize that from when we had a special. We had our mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine was in Boho Blue, and this was the blue. So really, really pretty. I've added a little wink of Stella here. And this is Because You're Awesome. And inside This is another image from that Circle Sayings. And so I thought, you know, here's kind of a beachy theme, so I might as well put this in here too. And I kind of toyed back and forth whether it should go up this way or if it should be beneath it. But I decided it looked best up like that. But, you know, I could have done a second one and made it a complete circle too. But so that is one of my swap cards, and I'm going to have to figure out my other swap cards soon because I need to get these in the mail. But anyway, that's what I have for you tonight. Just a reminder that if you missed out on the Tune In Tuesday class this past Tuesday, we did some paper saving projects, and I don't think I have them here. I don't, because I've used them as thank yous and such. Oh, I do have one of them here, I think. So this is one of them. And this Sunday is the deadline for placing an order if you want this class kit. So in order to get the class kit so that you can make 2 of each of the 3 cards that I made and then 1 of the basket that I made, then you need to place an order of $35 or more in my online store, and I will send you that class kit for free. And if your order is $50 or more, then I will also send you some embellishments to go along with it. Embellishments depends on what I have on hand, but it will be new and unused. So anyway, thank you for joining me this Friday Night Live. Tomorrow I have my Enjoy the Adventure. You know, I might as well turn you around and talk to you just a second. Let's see. Whoop. There you go. You looked at my ceiling for a second. So tomorrow I have my Enjoy the Adventure stampless stamp camp. So I'm excited about that. And if you are local to the Wells and Sanford area, May 6th, I'm having a new catalog Bunko Bash event, and that is going to be super fun. Everybody wins something, and you'll see lots of other different kinds of we'll have some make and take, so we'll have 4 projects to do, and then I'll have some samples, including, you know, the sample that I'm trying to reach for, the sample that I showed you tonight, and new catalog is always exciting, and that's where I'll be giving out my new catalogs as well. So I hope you will join me. If you need a link to the registration page for that, so that I can prepare all the supplies and get you registered to play Bunko, then let me know. It's on my Facebook page, and that's about it. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you guys have a great weekend. We will see you next Friday.